Welcome to our podcast this evening, Pursuit of an Audience. I'm Orson. We got
Philip?
Phil here
And Drew?
and Drew. All right, tonight we're going to talk about Star Wars. You guys ready?
Here we go.
Here we go. Buckle up. Stay on target.
So for our icebreaker this evening,
It's
What?
a trap.
it's a trap. What is your favorite Star Wars video game? Do you have one?
Video game. I've played a few of them.
Yeah, I mean, I played the old school Star Wars games, back in the day, Dark Forces. There were a few of the Battlefront games that I played.
All right. Any one of those your favorite?
Mm,
All right, we don't.
I have to admit, I'm not really big into Star Wars games.
He's
They,
not into Star Wars games.
They don't really scratch the itch for me. I enjoy Star Wars because of the TV or the movies and stuff until they made episodes 1 through 3, and then I just kind of gave up hope. Did it?
Gave up hope.
There is no new hope.
Oh my gosh. Here we go. All the little jokes that I can find in the back of my skull are going to come out probably.
Oh, of course. So why
For
are we
me-
talking about Star Wars?
Well, I got to
Orson?
do my game first.
Yeah,
Which
you
I don't
do-
even know. I
do
don't
us
even
a
know
game.
any of these games' names. I just remember that they were fun until they weren't. But there was one. I don't know. I don't remember what platform it was on. But you were in the episode where is it the Empire Strikes Back where they're in the snow and they had the giant AT-ATs or AT-ATs or whatever you call them, and you get a little spaceship and you have to like shoot their legs and wrap around the cable to make them fall over.
Yeah.
That was fun.
That was a good one. So my favorite Star Wars game. You guys ready for it?
Yeah, what's up?
Yeah.
All right. So you already said one of them, which is Dark Forces. I love the Dark Forces series. So you got Dark Forces, you got Dark Forces 2, which was the very first Star Wars game that I ever played. Man, what a great game. I still have fond memories of typing in the cheat code for fly mode. the the code
Fly
to this
mode.
day. So there was a few. You had Red 5, gives you all the weapons that you needed. Excellent code. And then you had ERIAMJH, which was fly mode. And I used that extensively as a young kid. And it wasn't until I was like 20 that I decided, hey, I'm actually going to beat this game for real legit. So I did that. So I beat it as a kid by cheating it all the way through. Man, do you guys remember when games had cheat codes?
Yeah, just ask Drew about StarCraft.
Oh yeah, StarCraft.
And then
all
ask
the
him
cheat
about
codes.
how he stole. Okay, so he
What did I steal? Oh no.
back in the day. Okay, this is a tangent, but you could borrow somebody's StarCraft expansion CD, install it, and then they didn't ever need the CD after that.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so Drew totally got the expansion to StarCraft, and every time I'd go over there, he'd always like have these massive bases with like infinity like resources, and he would just be pumping out guys like in huge waves. And I was like, oh, okay, you're
Show me
cheating.
the money.
That's right.
The StarCraft.
Show me the money. Operation
overwhelming.
Seawall. And
Power
power
overwhelming.
overwhelming is a little bit too easy.
Hey,
can't die.
it gives you 10,000 crystals and 10,000 Vespine gas. That was like perfect. Come on. It was great.
Mhm.
And
All
what
right.
little kid didn't try to make that voice? You know what I'm talking about? The Archon. Overwhelming.
or the Terran voices. Oh yeah. When you give them the steroid in the game.
Battlecruiser operation. That was my favorite.
That's not a Zergling, Larry. Or that's not what is it like? That's no, that's some poor feller's dog. He's like, that's no dog,
Yes.
Larry. That's a zergling.
Is that a vulture? Vultures had all the weird ones.
Yeah, that is a bit of a tangent.
Can I say one more thing that I like about StarCraft?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah,
The
I like
best
StarCraft.
cutscene is when they go onto the science vessel and then they have a nuke inside of a cooler full of beer. And the fat guy goes, I got your Zerg right here. And then they get raided by a bunch of
That is a good one, but I don't think it's the best one. The best one
it's
comes in
definitely the best.
StarCraft 2.
StarCraft 2.
Hey.
Let's move on. Moving on.
StarCraft 2. I was thinking of the expansion pack. I didn't even play StarCraft 2 hardly.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it.
It was very fast paced compared to the original.
So yeah. We
What was
got
your question?
Star Wars, we got video games, but why are we talking about that, Orson?
Are we talking about Star Wars?
Yeah. What's the point?
So the point is we're talking about Star Wars tonight to understand how Star Wars became the mega monolith that it is to this day. What did it do differently compared to Flash Gordon? And why was Flash Gordon not a success? Because the story goes
Flash
that
Uno?
George Lucas wanted to make Flash Gordon, but they refused to give him the rights to Flash Gordon. So he got upset and he's like, fine, I'm going to go make something else. I'm going to make my own Flash Gordon. And then he makes the 1977 hit Star Wars. But why was it a hit? Was it so different at the time? I wasn't alive in the 70s. I have no clue. So if anyone in our audience understands what was cool about Star Wars when it was released, please let us know.
I think I might have an idea.
Okay. What's your idea?
Space Cowboys. There's a
Well,
western about translated into outer space stuff.
Were Westerns big in the 70s?
Oh yeah.
That's interesting.
John Wayne, right?
Yeah.
John Wayne in the wow.
Or was that like the 50s?
It was before. I mean, he made some movies in the 70s. Okay, yeah. But he got like Clint Eastwood making the movies.
Yeah.
In the 70s and 80s.
I forgot where I heard that, but it's like the whole time they're on this big, like in Westerns, how they're always trying to get somewhere and then they run into all these problems along the way.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what Star Wars is all about.
I can see it.
They have some grand journey to go on.
Well, that and from what I've heard, their miniature models during filming is what made it like really pop or like age well, I guess. Similar to how Lord of the Rings put so much time and effort into their miniature models that even today they look really nice.
They don't look aged. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Star Wars holds up, definitely, even with that old method. In fact, I think they ruined a lot of things with the new Lucas versions of stuff. You've seen those, right?
Which ones?
The Lucas versions?
Where
are you talking
remastered
the special editions?
Yes.
With George Lucas is like, hey,
all the added junk everywhere.
Let me add this random scene in with CG and delete the original, basically.
Yeah.
And so now we can't ever have but wait. There is news on that topic. They are Disney, of all people, of all companies, is actually going to be releasing the theatrical versions of Star Wars pretty soon. I think this year or maybe next year.
Interesting.
So maybe we can go experience it in theaters.
Okay, so that's interesting. Let's talk about that for a second. We, as a channel, as a podcast, would like to focus on how certain industries grow an audience, right? And so now we have this massive billion-dollar company who's just going to re-release the original stuff. So which audience are they advertising that to? Because it's obviously not the kids of this generation. Like,
No. Yeah.
and they obviously do it
You go
because
to
they're
Disney World and it's not full of kids. You know that, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that's
So-
true.
I mean, they can bring their kids that they want to share their nostalgia with, but it caters to
if
Yeah.
you were a kid in the 70s, how old would you be now?
You're asking me to
gosh.
do math?
Well, I was born in the mid
like
80s.
50, maybe 60. It's like
Yeah.
my parents' age, maybe 60s, early 60s.
50. Man, no, you 60,
Well,
late
70 you got
60s.
if you were say
Well,
15,
it's 77.
you would be born in 1960 if you were 15 years old in the mid 70s, right? I
Here,
assume that like
let me
a lot of
let me just pull
teenagers.
a calculator up for us. How about that?
Oh, geez. Not like we're a bunch of engineers or anything. Hey, Claude, what's 1970 plus? What year is it?
You know, that's the kind of thing I do use Claude for.
You waste 1,000 tokens. Claude, how do
Oh,
you
yes.
do math?
I don't do anything myself or think for
Yeah.
myself. I have it do everything.
So while Orson is doing that, we have this billion-dollar company who's going to re-release.
49.
They would be okay, 50 years old. That's what we said. We're still smart. Are all of the 50-year-olds going to go watch the originals? Is that their target audience?
No.
I don't think so. I want
The
to watch
cult
the
is going to
originals.
watch them.
And I'm not much of a Star Wars fan, actually. Especially modern Star Wars.
Ooh, okay, that's an interesting thing. Modern Star Wars, you don't like it. Does that mean that the younger generations don't like it? And maybe by releasing the originals, that they will find a new hope in their series?
I don't.
See what you did
I
there?
am not of the belief that Disney is going to gain a bunch of new young people watching Star Wars, making their new episodes. They're
No.
catering to the existing audience, which is why they purchased it, is because they want the audience.
I think they're gonna go for honestly, I think it'll be more of like millennials who grew up watching the original VHS theatrical release before the special edition VHS tapes came out.
Right.
Yeah.
So millennials and the old people who found it revolutionary at the time. I
So
don't
the millennial thing is interesting. Like, how many of these millennials, how many of us listen to classic rock all the time? Right? Was that our music or our parents' music?
that was my dad's music.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
he's like, listen to
So I
this.
think Star Wars kind of had the same effect. It's like it was grew up on that and it was exposed to you, and it's your nostalgia of being a child.
Yeah.
Yeah. Taking this in a tangent a little bit. It's kind of like, did you guys grow up with Pokemon? Maybe
A little bit.
No.
a little
My
bit.
siblings were into that. It
Yeah.
was
So
kid stuff when I was a kid or
it was
older
kid
teenager.
stuff.
We were slightly before that phase.
We were the Pogs and the X-Men cards and things like that.
The X-Men.
Those were cool.
Yeah. I
The big
remember.
magazines of those things, and they have their little
When-
binders with stuff, right?
Yeah.
That was
So
cool.
Pokemon was originally for kids, right? But now I swear it's not for kids anymore. And they just keep like making it for millennials. And I
Well,
sit
you know
here
why?
and go, no, I don't know why.
It's because they're still trying to collect them all.
Oh, come on, man.
Man, you're so punny tonight.
No, they do. They are actually trying to collect them all, so it is a true statement.
They are, but they will always have more. First 3 generations are all that matters in Pokemon. Fight me. No, don't. I'm weak.
You know, I don't even know like how that even works in Pokemon. You just like throw a ball and the thing comes out of it and is like scary, and then they fight
They
each
had
other.
a yeah, they had like a Nintendo 66. They had a Nintendo game about it, and I played it, but I got bored.
They
You
have so
have
many.
a
It's the
Pokeball and you throw it out.
Are we
game.
gonna get a bunch of hate comments about how we don't know what Pokemon is?
I know
Ah,
what Pokemon is.
Okay,
Okay.
Orson, you defend us if anybody starts.
he'll be the customer support in the comments about that.
Yeah,
If you're mad at them for not knowing what Pokemon is, it's okay.
Yeah.
Just yell at me. I'll answer your comments. I'll reassure you it's okay. And I'll tell you that millennials ruined it for the next generation that will never get to experience the joys of Pokemon. Thank you so much for ruining Pokemon cards for my kids. But that's a different topic.
right.
We're on Star Wars. Sorry, I drug us over there for a bit. It just kind of felt a little bit related.
You need to
Right.
strike back and get us back in there.
The Empire struck back. That's which is, I think, most people would consider that the best Star Wars movie.
Empire Strikes Back,
The Empire Strikes
Yeah,
Back.
that's that one with the snow in it and the big walker things.
and then he
Yes.
crawls inside of the
Yeah.
thing.
The
I don't
Tauntaun.
remember
Yeah,
like what
the
else
Tauntaun.
happens in that movie. But that's like the best part. I like that part.
What? What else happens in that? That's not the best part of the movie. You're forgetting like the most iconic parts of the. That's when Han Solo is frozen in kryptonite. Not
Oh,
kryptonite.
yeah, that's a good one too.
Carbonite. And then
Then when they chop off Luke's arm.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
when
that's
the
when
like
he I am your father.
I am your father. That was the.
Does he
probably
ever
the-
actually say that though?
No, he doesn't.
Yes!
He doesn't.
100%.
But
Yes, he does.
I have my daughter, 9 years old, is like, they don't actually say, "Luke, I'm your father."
No, they don't.
What are you talking about? Totally did.
Oh, wait,
Everybody in
okay.
the comments, please
Well,
defend me.
What's the quote that is like they think it's that, but it's not actually something else?
It goes along the lines of Luke looks at Darth Vader and Darth Vader says, "Did they ever tell you what happened to my father, your father?" And they're like, Luke is like, "Yes, they told me you killed him." And then he's like, "No, Luke, I am your father. Together as father and son, we can rule the galaxy." Like the most iconic line is from The Empire Strikes Back.
Who does the voice?
No. He says,
Earl
"No,
Jones.
I am
James
your
Earl
father."
Jones.
I cannot.
He says,
compete.
I think I remember now. He says, "No, I am your father."
Okay.
Like that.
Yes,
what it was.
maybe so. But he still
And-
says, "I am your father,"
Yes.
He does. He does.
which
Yeah.
then they made a.
That was like a
wonder-
Mandela thing that I had to go check out because I was like, I thought it says, "Luke, I am your father," but then he says, "No, I am your father."
Yeah.
I don't think
Yeah.
he ever says Luke.
I think you're right.
That's what I guess that's what I'm trying to say.
Were they on the Death
is-
Star?
Yeah.
No.
No, it
they
was the
were
ship.
on
They had
the
some.
cloud.
They had some big battle on the
Or
ship.
was
I
it?
think.
No, that's Return of the Jedi. They're on the cloud.
The
The
one
mining
guy,
facility that's owned by Lando Calrissian.
Lando. Apparently, my mother had a crush on him.
What? Your mom? So, would you say your parents were fans of Star Wars?
Apparently, to some degree,
I guess they're the ones that introduced it to me. I didn't actually like. I don't know.
You know, honestly, when I was a kid, Star Wars was one of those things that I didn't know anything about, and I would go digging through the VHS tapes, and then you'd see this really intense looking VHS that had like 3 videos, and they're like, "Oh, what is this?" And then you just start watching it.
Yeah.
I don't think it was ever promoted by my parents. It's just something that when you're a kid, you have to look into all the stuff and figure out what things are.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I feel
Yeah.
like a lot of that. Yeah. That's how I
So-
found out about Star Wars. Because there's no social media. I don't think your friends at school are talking about it when we're kids. Not very much anyway.
True.
We didn't talk about it until we had the prequel series. And then it was popular with our generation.
Oh, you mean like episode 1 and stuff like that?
The episodes that shall not be named.
Yeah.
I remember watching those in the theater. Or
Yeah.
the first
Yeah.
one, I think. Okay, the best part of the whole like first three, I don't even remember the third one other than
It's like cloning and stuff, right? That was
well
terrible movie.
that, but like the whole like lava planet scene
Oh,
where he
the
like
third one I thought was the best one of the
no,
new ones.
I don't really remember that. All I remember is the first one there and those like flying cars in the city and they're like diving around.
Oh, that was stupid.
Oh, I
Wait,
always thought that was
the
kind
one
of
where he jumps
Oh, did you like that?
out? That's
I
the
didn't like
second
that.
one. That's Attack of the Clones.
I
Oh.
don't know. They're in this giant city where there's like flying cars going everywhere and they're like
Yeah, they're on
trying to-
Coruscant.
maybe I need to go rewatch them.
I think you.
I'm not going to.
I think y'all need to rewatch Star Wars because
I can watch.
I'm not a
YouTube
Star
clip.
Wars fan, and I know maybe I am a Star Wars. Maybe I'm a Star Wars fan, but I
You're in the
don't
cult.
like what they've done with Star Wars. Maybe that's
Well-
why I'm so defensive over what they've done to it.
So then why do you stay around? As an audience, like we define an audience as like somebody who follows particular content, right?
Yeah,
So why would you stay around hoping
I got an answer to that. It's like, why do you? It's like I like to go to the theaters and watch good movies if they're good
Yeah.
movies. But
Yeah.
a lot of times I look at what's playing and I was like, oh my gosh, everything is just terrible. Right. So you're always hoping for, how good it can be. Right. So you're like hoping for this really good show to come out that you're going to love. It's going to be in the theater. And I think Star Wars has the same thing. Like, how good it can be. And so when they don't hit it right, you're like, oh man, it like drives you nuts because they're messing it up.
yeah,
So you hold on for that, I don't know, for someone to get it right because in your mind, what it looks like to be getting it right.
yeah, but do you actually know what it looks like? Or do you know how you felt the first
Well,
time
yeah,
you
the
watched
feeling.
it?
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
The magic, right? Like
The magic. Correct.
a lot of
the
times
first experience.
yeah, you watch the first movie of any series and usually the second or third follow up
Mhm.
never is good, like Home Alone. Like the second and third are just like
The
okay.
second one's still good.
Well,
It's way
okay,
better than the
yeah,
first one.
I don't know.
The third one
Anyways,
is
bad
the third
example,
one's
but-
not good.
you can clearly tell
It's
when
not
they're
even the
trying
same
to
kid
milk,
on the third one.
right.
Yeah.
So you Drew, you're thinking that an audience stays around in the hopes of like re-experiencing that same magic?
There's there's people that will hold on and put up with a lot of stuff they don't really like because they're waiting for something that they believe is coming.
Okay, let me ask
Or
you this. Has anybody seen A Christmas Story?
Mhm.
Yes,
Have you seen the second one?
yes,
What did you think of the second one? Did it
I
still
loved
have
it.
that same magic?
Absolutely.
I thought it did.
It was good.
I
I
think
don't
I think what was different about it is obviously he's grown up at that point.
Mhm.
But when the original came out, I actually don't think I was probably alive at the time. But I grew up
Not
watching
that
it.
old.
Yeah, you're right. Growing up watching the first one makes a difference. The new one can be as good as it can be, but you have your whole being a child watching the other one, that whole history.
Yeah,
And
and then
feeling.
you can put yourself in the shoes of the
Mm.
characters as they get when they're older because you're in their shoes. You kind of feel how it is to be in that situation.
Yeah. The first
Mhm.
one came out in 1983.
Yeah, I wasn't born.
Neither was I.
Neither was I. Not quite.
Do you guys see that meme that's going around where like the little girl's like, I was born in 2015, and then the next person, girl or kid, is like, I was born in 2007, and the next the older one is like, I was born in 19, and then it like switches to dinosaurs and like It's like, wow,
Born in
that's
the
actually kind of true.
1900s.
Yeah, it might as well be the 1800s or the
Like,
1700s.
you
I
can
was
say that.
born in the 1985. It's like,
Well,
Yeah,
technically, we were born in the
1900s.
last millennium, right?
Hmm.
jeez, kind of crazy. Sorry, interruption. Go ahead.
Yeah. So you asked me earlier why I stay around for Star Wars. Well, I
Yeah.
really don't. I watch it like in passing. The last show that came out that was Star Wars related that I actually liked was Andor.
Oh yeah, I was
And
gonna say Rogue One. That's kind of about Andor, right?
yeah, that's
Yeah,
before you get to
the
uh Rogue One.
explosion of the world.
Yeah,
Yeah,
which oh man,
Andor was good. I agree.
that was probably the best new Star Wars series, the best new movie. I would also agree is that one you just
Oh.
mentioned.
Did you
Yeah.
guys watch Mandalorian?
No,
You know,
I
I
was
watched the
I
I,
watched
first.
the first series was super good, and I couldn't get into the second season or whatever.
I watched the first few episodes, but it was at the time that they were coming out, so you had to wait the week to watch the
Mhm,
next episode or whatever. And I was like, I'm just going to wait a couple of years and just, I'm a binge watcher.
mhm.
I'll do like whatever. I don't like waiting, so I have not actually went back to to watch the series yet.
finish it. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Mandalorian's good. I recommend it if you haven't seen it.
So,
I
what
don't,
captures you as an audience, Drew, to the Mandalorian?
why do you stay from that? Why do you stay for
It
the puppet?
it follows the whole what Star Wars should be about, which is like sort of the cowboy adventure. You're always on a journey kind of thing.
Yeah,
And they're, like in a lot of westerns, they're put in a situation where two people are put together into a predicament where they don't really want to be with each other, but they're forced to depend on each other.
Mhm.
And so they have to like go through challenges to get to their goal. And
yeah,
Mandalorian does a good job of that
Right?
because it's like you ever heard of the one True Grit, where the that old grumpy sheriff has
Yeah,
to take the little girl to go catch
John
the
Wayne
bad guy?
movie. Yeah,
Yeah, so they're all kind of like that. And you can see the dynamic between the two, and it's just kind of funny. But just a sense of adventure and that how they clash with each other
yeah.
and how they go through things. It's done really well, I think.
well, if we look at the Star Wars, fandom, their audience, it's huge, right? You
Mhm.
go from having Legos to
Oh man,
toys
yeah,
to
merchandising.
lightsabers. Like, have you guys seen the custom lightsaber scene? It's just the amount of
Um,
engineering that goes into making a lightsaber
yep.
is insane. Why do they do it? Well, I think they love the
The
world. I
magic
think
that they see.
they love the
Um,
magic
Mhm.
that
yeah,
maybe they
it,
still think the magic is there. I feel like it's
Maybe
just
that's our
been
problem. We don't have
what?
any magic. I mean, look at his face. Is it magical?
Absolutely.
Cut that out.
Cut it out.
oh, I'm keeping it in. So
Yeah, Mister Editor over there that just hits upload.
we're capturing the magic right now.
Yeah.
Sorry to cut you off.
Maybe it'll be a short too. That'd be great.
Jeez. You don't know what they're talking about. They're talking about before the episode started,
Right.
we asked how our editing process was.
Hmm.
And then Drew was like, well, as the lead editor, I click upload.
All right, Orson, let's return to the Jedi.
You're not
You know
careful,
what's
we get
funny
the
is these aren't
Revenge of the
staged. They're
Sith.
just super stupid. Phil's got a cue card over there, probably.
He's got jokes for days.
Noggin.
Gonna get up on Chat GPT and get all your quotes ready.
Oh, the empty space between my ears.
So, what do you think the the Star Wars fandom is currently looking for. So if we look at the new series that have released, there's one thing I've noticed. I don't know if it's the reason, but everything looks too clean and too perfect, and it doesn't look worn down. Because if you watch the
Yeah,
original series,
it's a filming
everything is
technique.
like falling apart. I
Yeah.
guess it's because they're in the after effects of the Jedi Republic that they used to have. And so it's like a dystopia almost. Do you think they need to return to their roots and forget everything they've done now and just go back?
So they do a
I do.
with all the new episodes and everything, they film totally differently. What they do is they put the camera a lot closer to the person's face, and then the background is just like a giant projected set, basically. It's like a giant TV.
Yeah.
So when you have it on camera, you're not having a physical set, you're having this big image where the person is sitting inside of this, basically standing in front of a big TV.
Yeah.
So it
Is
just
that
doesn't feel as authentic, I
is
guess.
that for the movies or the series?
For sure, the series, the movies, they probably do that plus have sets, I would guess.
Because I
But it
remember
just
when
doesn't feel very good, I think, right?
J.J. Abrams came back to the do the next one. I forgot the Force Awakens or whatever it's called.
Yeah,
Um, and he basically just did A New Hope all over again. It's like the same plot, basically.
yeah,
Um,
done over the top. They
yeah.
destroy like 10 planets instead of the one. Yeah, it's ridiculous. They have a supersized Death Star.
It's
Kinda-
like, well, we know what worked in the 70s. Let's just do that
they had a
again.
they had a lightsaber that went bow, bow, bow.
Kylo Ren's lightsaber.
Yes.
Where you look at it and you're like, one wrong move, and I've lost my leg, my hand,
No,
whatever.
because he's using the dark force
The dark
Yeah.
force, the
or
The
dark
the
dark
side of the
force
the
force.
dark side of the force. Yeah.
the dark side can save your hand, I guess,
Yeah.
apparently.
So why have they never as would do you think fans do you think they would be interested in watching a series all about the rise of the Sith?
Oh, you mean like, yeah, oh,
I
for
don't know.
sure.
Like it would just
Disney
focus on
especially.
the dark
Mhm.
side.
Disney has gone into that a lot. They've made a lot of movies about villains. Like
So there has to be something
crew
about
crew like Wicked, or yeah,
Wicked.
not Wicked.
Wicked was the
Wicked?
Wicked Witch of the West, wasn't it?
That's
No,
not Star Wars.
I'm talking about
Other Disney.
Maleficent. They did Cruella de Vil, like all of these villains. They made
All the villain movies.
yeah, they make villain
Yeah.
movies. So they may definitely take a. I think even Mandalorian is not supposed to be a good guy per se. That's kind of a the
He's
perspective
kind of
of them.
like gray territory. Same with
Yeah,
Cassian Andor, right?
yeah. So
He's in
they
the
have a lot of
gray territory.
opportunity. The Star Wars universe, they can branch so many directions.
Well, I think that's why I like the old Star Wars games. When you get to play as as Disney claims now isn't canon, but they're full of it. Kyle Katarn, he stole the original Death Star plans in Dark Forces. Disney, I want you to remember that. And the reason why I like him as a character is because, well, as you grow he starts off as like this gray knight. He's always basically a gray knight, which is a Jedi that chooses between he sometimes goes with, dark side abilities and sometimes goes with lights, whatever, meets his needs at the time. But he's not, I am only on the green side or the dark side, right? The light side. So I think that's why I
I
like
don't
him.
know. I feel like there's a certain number of people out there who feel the same way. Like they're not perfect
Yeah.
and could relate to that type of character.
Well, I guess they kind of did that with the new series with Ray, right? If you remember, she just walked right into the dark side, and Luke Skywalker was like, "Excuse me, you didn't. What are you doing? That's where the dark side is." And she's like, "Nah." So, I mean, say what you want about her character, but she was kind of a gray knight.
Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, where there was a conflicting thing going on with what was the bad guy's name? Han Solo's son. Um,
Kylo Ren.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that guy.
Oh,
What
what
about
He
about
was
him?
like conflicting the whole time of
him?
like, you know, leave the dark side. He had kind of had the Luke Skywalker paradigm going on, but then the other direction,
That's
where he's
fair.
trying to pull him to the light, but then it's like he gave in to the dark side the other way. You know,
That
so
yeah.
that was kind of a reverse.
And they tried to redeem him at the end, like they did with
Yeah,
Anakin
yeah,
Skywalker.
yeah. That was they had a lot of just weird stuff in that.
You guys have you seen the theatrical release? Like on VHS tape or anything?
A
I
I
think it
long
only
was
saw it in
time
the
last
ago.
theater.
I think it was the last time it was released is on VHS tapes. But
Hmm.
in the there's another game. It's oh, I forget the main character, but there's a part it's like a Dark Souls version of Star Wars. And I'm kicking myself because I'm drawing a blank on it. It's a really, really great game. But there's a scene in it where you meet Darth Vader and he just comes hauling in, ripping everything apart. It's literally terrifying. Um, and I think for Star Wars to go any further, they need for their fan base to bring a character that isn't Darth Vader, but dark in that personality that Darth Vader has,
You know
where
what they should
he
do?
what should
They
they
should
do?
make a movie of Darth Sidious's childhood.
About
$1
his
billion.
about his rise to becoming a Sith
Yeah,
Lord.
like how he treated like other school kids.
Wait, who are we talking about?
This is
Darth?
the
You know, the
Disney
whole
edition
like
of Star Wars.
guy
Oh,
who like
that guy.
yeah,
How did
Darth
he
Sidious.
become? He's probably got the same kind of
Emperor
story.
Palpatine.
Maybe the same kind of story as Darth Vader, how he slowly got transitioned over to the other
Yeah, wouldn't
side.
that be cool?
That would be a very interesting, I guess.
I don't
Hi, I'm Tommy. He turns into this bad guy. Oh, at the end.
yeah.
All right.
Yeah. They had 3 episodes of that in the episode 1, 2, 3 until they boiled him up and he became a.
All right. Are you ready for the hot topic? This is probably the hottest topic in this whole video. Okay. It's very dangerous to even touch. Do
All right.
Star Wars fans want to actually have AI Star Wars?
Okay, so first of all, you keep asking us what Star Wars fans think, and I wouldn't really consider myself a Star Wars fan.
Well,
So,
that's fair. That's fair. But
um,
I'm asking you to think, what would they want?
I'm a fan, but I'm not I'm not in the cult, I would say.
yeah. So this coming from kind of an outside perspective of somebody, the the fan that I can see enjoys the authentic original like series for what it was,
Mhm.
and AI generated Star Wars would probably lose that magic.
Yeah.
Hmm. For me, I would think you would make it so you could capture a level of detail and depth that they never could and no amount of budget could cover. So they could do things, you could see things, you could I mean think of the planets, think of the ships, think of everything.
Yeah.
You could obviously they'd have to do it right and I think with their however much money they have, they could they could even augment AI with CGI and come up with some really, really good scenes, really fine tuned. I think, obviously, I think that's the way of the future. I think
Yeah.
it's going to be cheaper. It's just going to be a matter of when they can optimize the tools to make it look good enough to where the viewer, honestly, like if a new Star Wars episode came out and it was so good and detailed and felt so real, you would probably assume it's AI. And just because it's so real looking, you may just be like, that may turn you off because you would think to yourself, they could never produce this set in real life. So yeah,
Yeah.
Well,
it's kind of a
going
mind bending,
going back to what
double negative. Yeah. Go
what
ahead.
Phil said earlier, he was mentioning that in the original series they used miniature models, right? So
Right. Yes.
they're not
Yes.
like mini models; they're like giant, smaller versions of whatever they were trying to do. And as soon as you take out the physical reality of like when you're filming it, I think those models add the magic
Mhm.
that I don't think AI will ever be able to capture, honestly.
No, practical effects, I think, are always going to win. Even old 80s movies, like think of Ghostbusters. Think of
Great
how
movie.
good, like Slimer or whatever. He's a projection through a mirror that comes back through, so he looks transparent, but he's actually a animatronic blob.
Well,
So he looks real. He doesn't look fake. Like, and if you come up with like the new Star Wars today, they use CGI. It looks horrendous. It looks
yeah.
terrible.
Okay. Yeah. Sure. Let me play a devil's advocate here for a second, though,
Go
because
for it.
um, what we expect cinema to be is different than somebody who was born 10 years ago and is growing up ingesting current cinema.
That's
Right.
true.
But
And
they don't go to the
so,
cinema.
well,
That's the difference too.
that's kind of my point, right?
They're,
Like,
they're going on Netflix.
kids and whoever teenagers are on social media, they're doing these like quick action things. And with AI now, it's like 5-10 years from now, everyone's going to be used to like AI videos everywhere. And so if a movie came out with a lot of AI in it, they may be able to relate to that more and create that magic than what they would with a movie from the 70s or 80s to us. Be like,
So magic is nostalgia. So you're saying
yes, because I don't know what's like
to
the
be a repeat customer, that's what it is.
well, for
Yeah,
example, like
that
the
would make sense.
Minecraft movie, right?
Hmm.
A lot of kids went to see that, I assume, and then a lot of, I mean, it was fairly well done. I don't know if there was like any major issues with it, but correct me if
Mhm.
I'm wrong. And so in 30 years from now, when the kids who watched it grow up, they're going to be like, oh, yeah, remember when we started throwing popcorn in the theaters and we were like
Right.
singing about the
Chicken jockey.
chicken jockey.
Yes, the chicken jockey.
And they're
My
going to
girls love
be
that.
starting some podcast with 10 subscribers talking about how cool the Minecraft movie was. And you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see what you're doing there.
I don't, so an audience, I think, isn't just one, you can't really define it as any one thing. It's about what people can relate to, what they can connect to, and what they feel other people will think is cool, like their peers. It plays a
Right.
huge part in it. All
So
your friends go to the movies you want to go, and then you guys have fun together, and then that's the magic.
I
Mhm.
remember my mom telling me the story of when she first saw Star Wars. And it was after my grandpa and grandma had gone to the theater. They had watched it without the kids, and they had loved every second of it. So what they did is they came home, they got all the kids, they loaded them up in the car, and they all went and watched Star Wars again the same day. So tell me,
Jeez.
have we ever in the last 15 years had anything of that
Yes.
epic proportion? What?
Yes. I'll watch a video on YouTube and then I will wait until my son comes home from school or whatever and be like, hey, check out this video. And we watch it together. That's what today is.
Yeah, but he's talking about like a whole event.
Well, sure. But our events these days are so micro and quick and instant gratification.
Right. But there's still, but to his point, there's still some things that like, everybody's gotta go. It's like this whole it's like a movement. It's you know what I mean? It's a lot more depth to it.
And I
I,
think
I
that's
think
what's
maybe Lord of the Rings may be that way. I think that's the
yes.
closest thing I can think about.
Yeah,
The Superman movie,
Um,
when I came home to watch, I came
Marvel
to visit.
movies were sort of like that, yeah.
Um,
the earlier ones, yeah.
what was the Superman movie that we watched when I
It
came to
was
visit you?
Superman.
Yeah, I came home from that
It was the new
vacation
one.
and I went and took my son to watch it, and my
Like
brother, and my father.
but do you feel like it was
Like the
see,
original Superman was probably that
I don't
way.
know exactly how to, try to explain what I'm
Like a
saying.
cultural movement. It's like
Like
everybody's
it
gotta
just
go.
happened, right? 1977. I guess there had never, ever, ever, ever been a movie of
Like
this
Toy Story's that
caliber.
way. Toy Story is a perfect example of it too. When the first Toy Story came out, the first CGI movie
Okay.
like that was like this, you know, record-breaking thing.
I just can't think of anything that's like record breaking with the last 5 years.
No, that's the problem I was complaining about. It's just gone. You look for the past, and you're like, "Man, why don't they have another one of these?"
Like
Like,
I'm a
if they had
huge
another Lord of the Rings, everybody would go, but they don't have anything like that.
I
It's
don't
this
know.
cheap
They
stuff.
did The Hobbit and everybody seemed to hate it.
Yeah. But that's comparing it to all the other,
That's the
Lord of the Ring
thing,
movies.
right?
Yeah.
You can't just all of a sudden you can't recreate the magic with the same thing. Like
Yeah.
I don't think it's possible.
Yeah.
Well,
The original impact of the magic,
what
yes, I
about
agree.
Harry Potter? Do we even dare go there?
Yeah.
What do you mean? Like why are they remaking Harry Potter?
Are they?
No, the
Yes,
originals.
yes they
Actually, the
are.
originals are a good point because they go through how many movies? Like,
Like,
there's like how many movies are
I
there?
don't know, eight,
Like,
Well, there's
nine.
7 books and then you
like
have
A couple of them were two
there's
different.
8 I believe there's 8 movies cuz
yeah, 8
Yeah,
movies, but if you look at
the
those
last
8
one in 2
movies,
parts.
I don't think those 8 movies, they kept their following. They didn't have some huge drop off
correct.
like The Hobbit
And the
did versus The
yeah,
Lord of the Rings.
and they kept it for years,
Yeah.
Yes.
right? It was I don't remember when the first one came out, but that's another example, right?
Yeah.
Of a cultural movement that happened and developed a fan base
Yeah.
off of a book, right? Harry
Mhm.
Potter came out. What was it that like how do these things start? Is it random chance? Is it the right time at the right place? Is it a revolutionary idea?
A lot of people read those books, the Harry Potter books. I never read any of them, but there were some people that like it was a huge deal for them to like they couldn't wait till the next book came out. I hated to read when I was a kid. For me it was like I wanted to read the manual how to fix my lawnmower kind of thing, not read a book about wizards and stuff.
Yeah.
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 So when the movies
You
came out, it's like their nostalgia of when they were even younger. They're like, "Oh, let's make my imagination come true," kind of thing. To see it in reality.
because I remember when they released the the news was announcing that the first movie was coming out. And I remember watching the news and seeing, Harry Potter jump up and try to grab that letter. And I was so excited for that movie to come out. And I just,
Is that because you had read the books? Is that why you were excited?
my dad read us the first book,
Okay.
um, and I loved it.
So it was like your imagination becoming reality sort of thing to actually see it.
Have you guys ever heard of Fablehaven?
Nope.
The
What is
board
that?
game
No, no, it's a book series.
Oh,
tells you how much I know.
The author is Brandon Mull. It's a teen fantasy series that's very well high praised. Amazing book series. It's like I'm right there with Drew. I start reading a book and I'm like, there's words on this page, and my brain like loses focus, and then I like snap out of imagination. I'm like,
Yeah.
yes.
okay, I gotta get back into it, and then you just.
Uh,
Anyways, Fablehaven was one series that I actually read through, and I would love it if they made a movie about it. But what about all the people who read the books and then watch the movies and they're like, "Oh, the movies are terrible because the books are so much better." Does that
Yeah.
lose the magic? Do you lose audience?
I wonder if the books are more descriptive. They probably are. I would
Oh yeah.
imagine, and they
Yeah. I
probably
mean,
leave a lot of stuff out in the movies, right?
Like,
every movie leaves something that the book doesn't, you know, the book includes, but the movie doesn't include. And they have to, because otherwise they'd be making an 8-hour movie.
Hmm.
But
right.
at the same time, they're, doing the best they can in that certain medium. And most people don't want to sit down anymore and watch a 3-hour movie about something. I will. I'll sit down for a 5-hour movie, and
Yeah,
watch it. But
yeah,
they don't
yeah. The
cater
Lord
to
of the
my
Rings.
kind of people.
Yeah,
Uh,
the Lord of the Rings. Um, yeah. When you went to go watch those movies, you'd always be like mad they ended, and when you get out, you feel like you had gone out. You had just got off an airplane. You're just like tired. But
but
they
you're like,
went for
I
like
need
what?
more.
And
They
you
went
come
for
out of
like
the theater and it'd be dark outside, and you're like,
yeah.
"What the?"
Oh yeah, they go for like what 3 hours, and the whole time you're just at the edge of your seat, and there's so much. They're so engaging. So
I think what it is, I think why audiences grow is they're allowed to steadily, um, organically evolve. And in the current world that we're in, we have everything is just like
it's
so
fra-
fast
it's
paced.
it's fragmented so much.
It's there's no waiting every year for Christmas season for the Harry Potter movies to come out
No, it's so
8
sad.
years in a
It's
row,
so sad.
right?
Yeah,
We
I
don't we
agree.
don't have anything like that nowadays.
Yeah,
This they
Stranger
had
Things.
Avatar. If you want to watch Avatar,
I mean, yeah, but hot take,
I
Stranger
had
Things is not very good.
yeah. Well, I haven't even
Sorry,
seen
seasons
the
1 through 3 are great. 4 and 5, no.
what was the very I thought the very last season was the best where they had Eddie Munson got eaten by those gargoyle things. And
Spoiler
I did
alert. Spoiler.
oh
That was season 4.
oh was that season 4 with
Yeah,
Eddie?
my kids said that
Season 4
Stranger
was the
Things.
best season of all of them. That was so
I don't
good.
know. My kids said that Stranger Things was best when Vecna was not in the series, because it was actually like, suspenseful and um what am I, like, on the edge of your seat, because you don't know who the bad guy is. But as soon as they
Oh,
reveal the bad guy,
it's
then
kind of
it's
like
then it's like all this CGI, and they have to make it better every other episode so that it's
yeah,
more
when they
intense.
started to do that, it's like it's like Jaws when as soon as you show the shark, but even when they did show the shark, it's still kind of scary, but it wasn't as scary as when
Suspenseful,
you
or
didn't
yeah, what's the
yeah, you
word
didn't
for it?
Yeah, it's like when you don't know what's out there, but it's terrifying.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
unknowns, scary movies are the same way. As soon as they show the monster, it's over. Yeah.
This is true. Yeah, I wish we would have a new Harry Potter like
A new
experience
Lord of
from
the
my kids.
Rings, a new something, right? Something
A
really,
new something, like
yeah.
something to build a brand new. I mean, Dune was great. Um, I
We
Yeah,
watched
Dune,
it.
Dune was
5 minutes.
We have 5 minutes. I watched Dune. I don't know how many times in theaters. I
Oh,
couldn't
really?
get enough of it. It was so epic. I think I saw the first one 6 or 7 times in theaters and saw the second one same amount. So
Oh,
good.
man.
But I wouldn't consider that like a generation type movie for everybody. Right? It
No.
didn't. I mean, it's great. It's excellent, but it didn't shift. It didn't create that giant audience that Star Wars or Star Trek or Harry Potter have created. Is it
With
because everything's so fast paced?
Well, they also make movies to cater to everybody in
That's true.
all the whole world. So I think it's some of it's on purpose.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, to make it more generic.
So yeah. So we're gonna start
But
wrapping up. You can finish your thought, Drew.
my prediction is the next Toy Story moment, the next big thing that's going to shift everything is going to be when they release a very good AI generated sort of sci-fi movie.
Ooh, I love sci-fi.
Yeah. Or just fantasy sci-fi, something that, you have to invent the set. Yeah. And it'll be a mind-bending thing. So I hope that happens.
Yeah,
So
I do
we will
too.
see.
What do you think, Phil?
What do I think? I think I think audience. I don't know what I think. Give me a question.
What do you think we would need to have
For a
a,
new
a new
ex-
kind of
ex-
audience for like a thing, right? What does it
Yeah.
take?
oh yeah, okay.
A new big shift that gets this big cult following that is Star Wars fans.
Let me ask you this really quick. Was Star Trek or Star Wars a book before it was a movie?
No, I do not believe so.
Was Star Wars? I don't think so.
Star
No.
Trek wasn't. No.
No, yeah. Because nobody with Star Wars was like, I read the book. It
So
wasn't like that.
interesting about Star Trek is that it was a TV show before
Yes.
it was movies.
Yeah. Oh, long
Yes.
before. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Way
Mhm.
before. Yeah.
That's a hard
So
one.
do you come up with something totally unique, or is it something that brings back type of nostalgia from reading a book? Like there's two
I
different ways to do it.
I think I, I'll say this piece. So I think nostalgia is dying and you can't rely on what used to be. And I feel like that's why we haven't done anything big because we're always, hey, let's remake this thing. Hey, let's do this again. This worked last time. Let's just do this. Let's make all the Disney movies all over
Well,
again. Make them live
yes.
action.
And that's why they
Wh-
have the fifth version of movies because they view it as a safe way to make money,
Exactly.
which
But
is
it's not
sad.
like it's not like Star Wars where that was a big gamble. That could have lost all the money that was put into
Yeah,
the
the
movie.
original one. Yeah, for sure. The
But
risk. Nobody's taking the
n-
risk anymore with the
nobody's
big
taking
budgets.
nobody's
With the big
taking risks
budgets.
to
Yeah.
build an audience of that grandeur anymore.
No.
Usually risks are taken on new technology. So my final thoughts is when new technology comes around. I don't think AI is it for now, but
Yeah.
when new technology comes to where people can experience something new, that's when people will take risks and develop it. Jurassic Park, right? Did they
Mhm.
take a risk on all of their animatronic dinosaurs looking somewhat realistic? Was that a
Yeah.
new technology? I mean, it wasn't
Jurassic Park is definitely one of these massive
right.
uh,
So I don't think it was a
things.
new technology to have animatronics, but however they were to capture it and they were able to pull it off, they took a risk, right?
Oh yeah, that's totally
S-
true.
So when the next technological advancement comes to where people can experience something new in
Mhm.
cinema, then it will
Yeah,
generate new
I agree. That
audience.
makes sense. I agree.
Yeah.
And
That's
your point is we don't really know what it is, but it's whatever
Yeah,
that is going to be the thing that people will want to experience.
yeah.
Yeah.
Now, personally, I think it will be more augmented reality than AI.
yeah, I could see that. I could see AI being a helper in achieving good augmented reality.
So
Mhm.
imagine you're in an IMAX theater, and instead of a screen, you put on goggles, and then you're like in the set.
What about a screen that has depth to it, where you're sitting in your chair, you don't have goggles on, but when you look at the screen, it has the same feel as wearing AR glasses where you can see depth into the scene.
That I mean, that was 3D movies. I mean,
Right. Well, they would
Avatar
pop out at you with glasses.
Avatar did that extremely well. I mean, that was a
Yeah.
pretty big movie at the time,
Right.
uh, when it came out,
Yeah.
like
And they're
2010.
still making more of them.
So we are over time. So
Yeah.
thank you. We'll let Orson wrap up the podcast.
Thanks everybody for joining us for our podcast, Pursuit of an Audience. We will be back next week with more interesting topics. If you want to hear anything specific, leave something down in the comments and we'll see what we can do. Thanks. Later.